For me, this is one of the most intriguing matches in the opening weekend of the Premier League season. We've got new boys and big spending Wolves taking on Everton, who've spent a little bit themselves and will be hoping for a good season under Marco Silva. Paul Parker's alongside me to preview this. And I do think this is a game where both teams will use it to see kind of where they are or where they could be in this Premier League season.
I think you're 100% right, Jamie. I saw Wolves play quite a few times in the Championship last season, and that was great to watch. When you talk about football, Wolverhampton Wanderers and Fulham were the best teams by a country mile. They played a kind of football that Premier League clubs and some Premier League clubs tried to do. Others were scared to try it. But these two teams, Wolves and Fulham, tried it and they done it and they succeeded at it. But Wolves had that little bit more, more dynamic in what they'd done. But they changed it up a little bit while Fulham kept it the same all the way through. Nearly cost them in the end, but Wolves adapted to what the game was, what the conditions were. I think when you look at Wolves could make, they're in a position, and everyone, a few people have mentioned it, to maybe upset the Premier League. They could be that dynamic of when Nottingham Forest come up in the old First Division, and then straight away won the league and go straight into Europe. They're in that position to do that with their present players they brought with them and the new players they've brought as well. So they're going to shake a few up.
What about Everton this season? Obviously a horrendous start last year. Big Sam came in and they finished quite well. We can expect a different brand of football there.
Yeah, we'll expect a complete different brand. Otherwise, Silva's going to be going the same way as Sam if he tries to copy that. And the players they've signed, I don't think they can play like that. Again, it's the start of a season with a lot of signings, as they had last season. But I think it's going to be a bit different because, as we've seen with Marco Silva, he's got to start playing when we saw him at Watford, when we saw him, I'm trying to think where he was. Hull. And he nearly kept Hull up, and they become very entertaining. So I think Everton fans are going to want that, and hopefully for him it will work out as well, because Everton are a side that I think everyone expects them to be competing, at least for a place in Europe.
Go on then, interesting game. Who's going to win it?
Wolves to win.
Wolves to get an opening day Premier League victory as they take on Everton. This is 5:30 on Saturday and it's live on BT Sport for you.